Day 3 of the African qualifying campaign for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar 2022, and the Democratic Republic of Congo host Madagascar in Kinshasa, with the barrier hampered by a long list of absentees. What can they do to deal with the DRC, coached by Hector Cooper? Well, it's a big ask, but maybe they can provide us with some wonderful football out here today, because these two teams are exciting when they really let their hair down and produce some enthralling football. The format for round 2 sees 10 groups of 4 teams all battling it out for the top place on the pile. So 6 clashes, of course, home and away matches, which will take place between the 4 teams battling it out for that top place. And then after those 6 matches, we will have 1 team who will be at the top of the pile, logically, in each of the 10 groups. And those 10 teams will go through to the 3rd round, and there'll be a draw to unveil who will take on who, again, in home and away matches. And then the 5 African nations will join the rest of the other countries that have qualified for the World Cup in Qatar 2022. Tanzania are top of the pile. They are, well, they've got a better goal difference, ahead of the Squirrels of Benin, 4 points, 1 win each and 1 draw, with the Democratic Republic of Congo back down there in 3rd place with 2 draws, 2 points in the bag, and the barrier of Madagascar at the bottom, unable to get themselves a single point just yet. And this is an away game here in Kinshasa on the banks of the very famous Congo River that will provide the football fireworks for this afternoon's encounter. A wonderful stadium here, the Stade de Martyr, which is where AS Vita play their football, and also you have Motema Pembe. This is actually the ground of the former stadium, which was it replaced the Stade Tata Raphael, which was, of course, where the Rumble in the Jungle took place between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman back in 1974, assisted by the likes of James Brown and B.B. King. But this new stadium, built over 30 years ago now, has obviously provided us with some wonderful football over the years. A fantastic stadium, and unfortunately we don't have capacity capacity fans in here for today.
Missing the services of defenders Bakari, Magneto. So they thought, and thankfully he was able to make it, the number 17. Not so lucky for Shomari Kapombe and Erasto Inyoni. Inyoni scoring a third-minute penalty to open the scoring back in September at home to Madagascar. 2-0 after 26 minutes, but by half-time Madagascar were level. And in the end for Faisal Saloum to earn a dramatic win for Benin. They won away at Madagascar. Their main man, Steve Mounier, who will lead the line again. One of a number of the players, the Benin side, to ply their trade in the French top flight. They followed that up with a 1-1 draw against the DR Congo, just as it was for Tanzania. It was the returning experience of Dieu Merci Mbokani who got their opener. But on home soil, Jordan Adeoti making it 1 apiece. And that's why these two locked on 4 points. So a vital double header as we prepare to get this matchday 3 clash underway. In just 3 days' time, it'll be the reverse fixture in Benin. So a huge opportunity for one of these two sides to really get a stranglehold of Group J. As the flag bearers bring out the national colours. Soon draw towards the kickoff, but not before we enjoy the national anthems as the teams are led out on matchday 3 of the road to Qatar 2022. Neither of these sides have ever featured at a World Cup. But perhaps this, the most open section of qualifying. None of the quartets have qualified for the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. But that disappointment would be washed away if they can earn a ticket to Qatar 2022 to be held in mid-November of next year. And after unbeaten starts to the group, both Tanzania and Benin now starting to dream that it could become a reality, joining the biggest show in football. But first up, before the action, the national anthems of first Benin and then Tanzania. as the Taifa Stars look to put on a show for the lucky fans to be inside the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. And certainly they may be missing some defensive stalwarts. As mentioned, Erasto Inyoni, Shomari Kapombe missing out. Cedric Montonji, Olivier Vernon, Adenon and Asogba. The back four, but it's a real focus for Tanzania on their main man, the captain Samata, as he looks to lead the line. Tanzania starting with all but three of their starting lineup in the win over Madagascar. Where's Benin, as mentioned? The back four, a slight reshuffle. Centre back having to fill it in at left back. And another of the Ligue 1 stars, Steve Amunye leading the line. Jodel Dosu's had a terrific start to a top flight career with Clermont in their first ever Ligue 1 season. So plenty of attacking intent Benin can bring. Maybe look to take advantage with Kapombe and Nyoni nursing injuries. And Nyoni also with family issues to take care of. And certainly that taking importance. Well, no wonder they're all smiles back in the stadium. There was talk of around 10,000 being allowed. Not sure it's quite getting to that number, but there is still some life and colour in the stands. Certainly a huge match for the opposing coaches, Kim Poulsen and his opposite number, Michel de Suya. So underway in Group J, the top two clashing as Tanzania and Benin look to try and take top spot to themselves in a bid to reach Qatar 2022. Tanzania, their blue tops and black shorts. Benin, just as the bright sun, bright yellow is Steve Munye, just shepherded out of the way by Bakari Umwanyeto. Centre back had been an injury doubt. The young Africans defender in for his 11th cap. Young Africans without a title in Tanzania since 2017. It's been Simba dominance. And Simba again dominating the starting lineup for the Taifa Stars. Mohamed Husseini, just one of those, the captain of Simba. The club topping their Champions League group ahead of Al Ahly. As the offside flag goes up. Charging run forward from Simon Msuba, who scored that absolute wonder strike against the DR Congo to ignite Tanzania's Group J odyssey. Simba certainly caused waves, topping their group, but shock defeat to surprise package Kaiser Chiefs of South Africa. 4-0 home win, leaving Simba up against it. They won the second leg 3-0, but crashed out, only for the Kaiser Chiefs to reach the final and incredibly just lose out to Al Ahly. So Tanzania hoping to emulate the achievements of their top club, especially considering the disappointment of their AFCON competition in Egypt. 3 straight defeats. Whereas Benin, completely different story. Michel Dessouer had been sacked in 2017 by the Ivory Coast for failing to reach the AFCON 2017 quarters, and yet he led Benin not only to their 4th AFCON, having missed the previous 4, but the first time they ever escaped the group, with 3 draws before shocking Morocco on penalties to reach the quarter-final, only narrowly losing to eventual finalist Senegal. And now looking to make an impression here at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. It's a long looping cross, but it does fall kindly for Jordan Adeote. Early ball in from the young Youssef Asogoba. Tanzania standing firm, and now there's space on the far right. Outside the boot, a lovely way to release Israel Nwenda. And once again, Simon Nsuba offside. Just trying to get in behind the yellow wall. It may not have been onside yet, but warnings for Benin, but in truth, backline deserving credit. Olivier Vernon, one of a few to ply their trades in Bulgaria, as the Ludogorets centre-back links up with Khalid Adenon. Well, fired that with venom. Gerald Dossou, who's had a fine start to a first ever top flight season in France, with Clermont helping to promote them for the first ever time to the French Championship. Dossou having missed the opening matchup in victory over Madagascar. Happy to have returned to the starting lineup, and also skipped the draw with DR Congo, joining his club teammate Cedric Ontonji. Just finding strong challenge from Husseini. Now Samata keeps it long, a little too long. Tough one to take for Israel. Mwenda, one of 3 changes by Kim Poulsen to the starting lineup. Forced changes. Mwenda taking over from the experienced Shomari Kapombe. Now Steve Meunier drops deep to link with Dossou, drifting into the inside channel as opposed to normally hugging the touchline. Lovely touch around the corner. Adeote just slowing things down. Gets an angle from Matteo Alini. Benin just electing to keep some ball. Ball whipped into a great area. Missed at the near post, just over the head of Meunier at the second. But a chance still to cross. They might claim there wasn't a lot of contact. Novatus Moroshi giving away the free kick. The 19-year-old caught flat-footed, scored his maiden Taifi goal against Madagascar to give them that early 2-0 lead. That was wiped out by half-time. Plying his trade in Israel. Michel de Souza, experienced coach on the African international scene. Now hoping Dosu can find a delivery to shake Tanzania to the core. Ball whipped into a good area. Steve Meunier gets his head to it. Fine save from Manula. Undisputed Tanzanian #1. Highly impressive in Simba's Champions League campaign. Be a big surprise if there's not a big move in his near future. For now, remaining with Tanzanian champion Simba. Mwenda forced back, but manages to at least win a throw. But Benin trying to keep the pressure on. There's an issue. Just a clash of heads. And there's the young teenager, Miroshi, just looking to get a little of attention. Dosu coming over to get some hydration. Well, he might be checking in on the young Maccabi Tel Aviv midfielder, although on loan at Betar Tel Aviv Bat-Yam. One of a number, though, to have come through the Azam Academy in Tanzania. Manula, the missing Inyoni, Kapombe, Husseini, along with a few others who've come through the Azam Academy. Certainly pride in having starting the journeys of so many Taifa Star internationals. Steve Meunier with that fine chance to try and break the deadlock. And now Aligny links up well as he looks for a cross. It's a really good one. Meunier just can't stretch the right foot to keep it alive, but Dosu does. Excellent defending, though. Tanzania clear their lines and beautifully to find Musua, trying to link with Samata. Stands up, Tonje. It's a great ball across. Concentrated defending. Sees it out for a corner to the home side. It's taken short. Msuva comes to the back post. Well, weak claims for a penalty, but Tanzania win it back. A chance to strike. Well, and again, cries. The referee not interested. Tanzania come again, the captain out on that left flank, protects the ball well, twisting and turning. Needs some support though, forced to go backwards. Vassal Celso, referee today. Tanzania claims falling on deaf ears. They weren't very long complaints. I'm not sure how much they were convinced. David Kike, just like Olivier Vernon, plying his trade in Bulgaria, starting to become a route for Benin players. Yet to really break into the first team at Arda, 27-year-old. Now Olivier Vernon, the Lugo Gretz defender. Aligny. Well, that is some great inspiration and improvisation, using the back to knock it to Kike. Well, Meunier had a look, he thought someone else was waiting for the pass. Strong play from Aligny. Retains possession. 22-year-old. Having broken through with Nîmes in Ligue 1, 20 appearances before moving to Dijon for life in Ligue 2 after their relegation. Saturnin Alagbe, the Benin goalkeeper, having replaced Alfred Gomez at Dijon last season, as the Gomez replaced Edouard Mendy at Rennes after his ultimately extremely successful move to Chelsea. Haven't seen Alagbe just yet in action, and we won't for a little longer after fine play from Cédric Ontonji. The Clermont centre-back filling in at right back today. Now Vernon drives forward. Kike drifts inside. Time and space for Adenon, 36-year-old veteran at the back for Benin. Now Vernon. Aligny finds Meunier, drives it into a dangerous area. In the end, it was necessary for Umwan Nieto to just stick out a foot, force it behind for another Benin set piece. Continuing to keep the pressure on. Manula already with a smart save to deny Steve Meunier. There's Jodel Dosu, who looks to deliver. Manula getting his fist to it, but it will be another corner from the other side. Well, it was a tough match here against Madagascar, conceding twice to be level at the break. So far, after 60 minutes, all square between Group J's top dogs. Dosu not in a rush to get this free kick, this corner taken. All lifted into a good area at the near post. Trying to pick out his teammate, Ontonji. A third in succession from the corner. Dosu takes aim once more. Looks a bit higher and wider. Meunier tries to head into the danger area. Ball back over the top, though, will run safely behind, this time for a goal kick. Plenty of corner practice for Jodel Dosu, having plied his trade mainly in Austria and Switzerland before his switch to Clermont for their ultimately successful promotion from Ligue 2 12 goals in 37 appearances. Just the one so far in Ligue 1. In that stunning 2-0 away win at Bordeaux as they won their opening 2 matches. Lovely footwork as the shot is scuffed though. Samatta thought about it. Elects to recycle play. And now Husseini with a lovely ball in. Oh, what an opportunity missed. Well, the hands up from Cedric Otonji. I think that's because a flag must have been raised. The referee's whistle went. Maybe Suva's blushes have been saved. It looked a gilt-edged opportunity. And yet he couldn't take the chance. Although, as mentioned, it sounds as if it would have been an effort that would have counted regardless. But a warning for the visitors, Benin. This part of a double header between the pair. And a chance for one of them to really make top spot their own before they have to face DR Congo or Madagascar in their final 2 outings. Steve Meunier off the chest. Strong play. A lovely footwork. It did initially look to fall kindly for Adeoti, but crowded out. No wonder he has his hands on his head. It's been a positive start from Dusseuil's side, the 62-year-old. This is second spell with Benin. First one, 2008-2010, ended with 62-year-old claiming he wasn't initially informed that he'd been sacked. But his second spell certainly has been more successful. Of course, an understatement considering quarter-finalists at AFCON in Egypt. Now looking to put behind the disappointment of missing out on Cameroon 2021, to be held at the start of 2022. The pandemic still showing its disruptive nature. Now, lovely ball down the line. Time to face up his defender as Dosu switches to this left flank. Smart defending. At least puts it out for a throw for the moment. Dixon-Nixon job, having started the opening match of the group. Was a spectator for the win over Madagascar, but back in as a strong challenge in the back. Bit of a risk taken by Bakary Mwanyeto. Meunier hitting the deck, but referee unmoved. Now long ball looking for the run of Masua. He's made it right, the goalkeeper, but how he's not finished, only he will know. He did everything right, but the finish far too casual. Well, Satarin Alagbe was left for dead in no man's land. But Masua seemed to have more time than he gave himself credit. What a ball. He got round, but brilliant defending nonetheless. To get round and in position, brilliant from the veteran Khaled Adenon. A 36-year-old leaving France for Cyprus and Doka. Showing he hasn't lost any of his reading of the game. As Steve Meunier shows his frustration the ball and then his boot through the advertisement boards. I'm not sure the fans are booing as great fans of who was advertised as such. Frustration there for the Brest forward, just coming off his shin and frustratingly rolling out. Had a mixed spell with Huddersfield Town in England. Scored 7 goals in his debut season in the English Premier League, but only 2 in his second. 8 goals in the Championship before his return to France, scoring 9 goals in 35 appearances as Brest avoided relegation. Just the 1 so far this season, though. The former Montpellier and Nîmes striker. He's already had 1 header smartly saved from Manula, but the big chance of the match falling to Simon Masuva. This is 50th cap, but the Wydad Casablanca forward failing to score with the goal at his mercy. A real frustration for Kim Poulsen. Have to be careful how you pronounce Poulsen after a spell in Copenhagen. Poulsen, the Danish word for sausage. So pretty sure it isn't Kim sausage, so Poulsen. For any possible Danish speakers listening. Who'd have thought Masuva would have been able to relax and fry up a sausage after rounding Alagbe, but hadn't counted on the fine covering of Adenon. The ball loose though, and Samatta finding himself in midfield, looking to play the playmaker, but it breaks down and Benin look to break. Space to work into. Lovely footwork opening up. Dossou takes on the drive, but it's just over the bar. And just the 1 goal in Ligue 1 this season. His last goal for Benin came in 1-0 win over Lesotho in November 2020. Masuva. Well, he's certainly been in and about the goal. One who doesn't look like he lets things bother him too much. Certainly the Taifa Stars will hope so. After rounding Alagbe and being unable to find the net, as Meunier again finds his control letting him down. Suddenly casting a frustrated figure. Meunier trying to turn that frustration into something positive, but penalised. Once again looking to get the Benin defence turned. At least happy to pick up on the second ball, but it's far too high. No ball from Sal Saloum, who scored the winner in the 5-goal thriller against Madagascar, coming on just 52 minutes. The young Africans midfielder. Olivier Vernon. Time and space for Aligné. His defensive midfielder partner, Jordan Adeote, pushing on. Now Kike. He almost stumbled his way through. Israel, Patrick Mwenda standing firm. Now break on here. Can't play it back into the path of Nzua. Samatta trying to lead the press. That was a head knock early in the match for Miroshi. John Bocco in an accidental collision. Took a bit of a knock. Bocco, one of the 3 players to come into the starting lineup for his first start of the group. In fact, his first start for Tanzania since June's 2-0 friendly victory over Malawi, in which he bagged a goal. Just his second for his country. Hasn't really had a chance to try and add to that. Kiki. Ball over the top, finding Dosu. Twisting and turning, looking for the option. Elected to go back, and it's a lofted ball. Manula certainly looked a little uncomfortable, but able to let it go behind. Youssef Sogba, just 20 years of age, came through the ranks at Angers around the same time that Adenon was turning out for Sco in the top flight. Now plying his trade at Boulogne in the French 3rd tier. That's a lovely turn from Aligne. He can't hold on to it. Now Masua. Chance to cross. But overcooked, but it may yet be caught by Samatta. And Mwenda unintentionally finding his captain. Links up well. Can't get round. Final challenges. Dosu shows his strength. Meunier. But it's a poor ball as the number 9's first half continues to frustrate. Tanzania looked to build from the back. Didn't like what he saw down the left. Coming back infield. for Yasin. Back with Imwanieto. Good possession for Taifa Stars, but to find a way in behind, but that will certainly help. Israel Mwenda. Plenty of time for Youssef Assogba in that wing-back role. Kike on the other side. Three stalwarts of Ntonji, Adenon and Vernon. Keeping the door locked at the back. Certainly the wing-backs have been happy to join in the play further forward. Midfield two have generally impressed. Adeoti earning a throw there alongside Matteo Aligni. Certainly has worked well. The main chances for Tanzania have come from balls in behind. Certainly how they should have taken the lead through Simon Nsuba. Once again, looking for that switch of play. Plenty of time for Kiki to get the ball down. I thought he was protecting the ball well, but the referee saying no. Masua linking with Samata. Desiree Zanikpo hasn't had much joy. Seen a lot more of Jodel Dosu. Now Meunier with a bit of space to burn into. He's got Dosu for support. Looks to try and strike it. Hope to get it across Manula. Safe hand shown from the Simba goalkeeper. Once again, that long ball in behind, but low percentage pass, and certainly when it's overcooked like that. Just under 10 minutes of the first half to go, and it still remains goalless. It's not been a bucket load of chances, but certainly some clear-cut ones. Manula and Alagbe managing to maintain clean sheets thus far. Well, certainly the Valenciennes goalkeeper for Benin certainly dug out a hole by Adenon. Zusini fails to get a cross in after driving towards the byline. Suba just lifting it infield, but it falls kindly for Adeoti. He wins the free kick from the robust challenge of Novatus Miroshi. Just hooking round, and a little bit of a kick out as well for the ball, but onto the shin of Adeoti. We got the vital equaliser at home against DR Congo. They're just trying to keep his boots on. The two clashing, both having scored in their Group J journey thus far. Miroshi, just 19 years of age. Just his second match after his debut against the DR Congo in Tanzania's own 1-1 draw. Yet to shine on his third cap as Dosu swings it in. Manula taken out by his own player, but fortunately falls kindly. And Yasin, lovely shift of balance. And now out to Mwenda. Didn't really have anything to aim at. Masuva again showing that great movement, but it's going to be offside. The timing has to be so precise. He's a little atom of activity. Dropping deep is Boko. 32-year-old Simba striker for a first start. Now Samata trying to earn some space. Now just desperate to hold on to the ball. Swung out by Miroshi. Husseini down the line, linking with Saloum. As Husseini again offering. Ball in though, low and easy to clear. Adeoti attempting to clear the ball further. Happy to just buy some extra seconds for Tanzania to get back underway. So remaining goalless. Benin. Some good situations without overly testing Manula. The best chance falling to Tanzania. Simon Nsua has been offside a number of times, but when he was on, he was in the clear. Rounding Alagbe. Only to see his weak effort cleared by Adenon. Samata felt he got caught there. There he goes. Miroshi leading the complaints to the referee. Adeoti offering his apologies. You can hear on the microphone Taifa Stars won a free kick. Certainly, you could see that Cedric Ontonji wasn't letting the Royal Antwerp loanee out of his sights, following him all the way to the halfway line. One of the benefits of the three centre-backs, allowing that freedom if they want to get touch tight. Who is clearly the main danger for Benin to concern themselves with. Msua has had the chances, but that's partly due to the focus on trying to shut down the Taifa Star captain. Headed in by Mwenda. Second ball picked up by Saloum. It's given away cheaply by Miroshi. So just a couple of minutes before the half-time break. Looks like remaining stalemate unless someone can come up with a piece of magic or a mistake. This time, Tanzania do get a free kick. Ball round the corner. This time the referee pointing down the way. As the sun slowly fades from the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. Shadow increasing, as will the tension. Certainly nothing will be decided in this match day 3, but it could have a huge bearing on how this group shakes up. A victory for either of these sides would see them out clear on top of the group, and Benin intent on getting something now. Meunier, so difficult to take that in his stride. Dosu sending it towards him. Desir Azankpo maybe felt the ball could have come to him. Well, Meunier started with a fine header saved by Manula, and it's been a really frustrating first half otherwise for the Benin number 9. Just shoving away in Wanyeto. Well, 10 seconds of the first 45 to go. Not sure there'll be much in the way of added time. Well, the referee may show leniency here. Frustration getting the better of Youssef Assogba as the ball bounced up off his hand. So just a minute added on. Well, it was a short stay of execution, as Assogba does pick up the game's first yellow card for kicking the ball away. 20-year-old understandably annoyed that he wasn't able to continue his run towards the Taifi Star box. He'll hope he doesn't pay a heavy price for it. The referee likely just about to blow for the half, but Tanzania almost in behind. But that is the halftime whistle. No goals, but an engaging contest at the top of Group J. 4 points apiece coming into this tie. At the moment, nothing still to separate them. It's Tanzania and Benin still goalless at the halftime break. Manula with a fine save from the head of Steve Meunier. But the big chance was for Simon Nsuba, rounding Alagbe. But Adenon on the line, clearing to keep the scores blank. Certainly some frustration for both sides. What can they manage come the second half, as the sun dips over the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium? At the halftime break in Dar es Salaam, it's Tanzania 0, Benin 0. Well, welcome back as we prepare for the second half of this crucial match day 3 in Group J between the two unbeaten sides with 4 points apiece. Tanzania and Benin locked at 0-0. Remain the Squirrels thankful to their veteran Adenon for reading how the play was unfolding. Insua rounding Alagbe, number 12 there, only for the Wydad Casablanca forward to see his effort cleared. Looking for a 7th international goal on cap number 50. The forward having scored 7 goals in the Botola title-winning side for Wydad, joint second behind Ayoub El Kabi, who scored 18 goals. The forward scoring a stunner for Morocco last night in a 5-0 win over Guinea-Bissau. A stunning overhead kick. But certainly, Kim Poulsen isn't hanging around. An early change. Miroshi, 19-year-old, just making his 3rd cap, but already a goal against Madagascar. He makes way for Kibu Dennis Prosper. Wonder if a tactical change or possibly an injury. Miroshi certainly did get a knock on the head, although did carry on seemingly without problem. So underway in the second half on match day 3 of Group J in the Benjamin Mkapa National Stadium in Dar es Salaam. The host Tanzania locked at 0-0 with visitors Benin. The Squirrels looking to harvest those nuts, but it's a great ball through for the substitute Prosper. Well, his first few touches, well, unfortunately looking a little undercooked. Smart defensive nous. Just putting the legs together and down he went. And non using all his experience ahead of Prosper. Could have been quite an introduction. He just stepped off the bench. Kibu Dennis Prosper. Jodel Dosu again showing his strength on the ball. Well looked after by Husseini, who I think wanted more from the officials. A throw in taken by the one man on a booking. Asogba, the 20-year-old, launching it long towards Steve Meunier. Prosper with the flick away ahead of opposite number 8, Sadeoti. Now Samata. He's got a ball to switch it to the right-hand flank. He's managed to pick it out beautifully. Mwenda linking with Boko, but it's a short ball, but the fullback doing really well to at least win a throw. Well, Dennis Kibu Prosper sent on by Kim Poulsen. Maybe looking for a little bit more in attack. The forward already showing his aptitude of dropping from deep into a further forward position, joining the attack along Waiboka and Masua. Samata at the moment dropping a bit deeper. You can see the number 10 with the armband just on the edge. Tonji getting the header away, but it's well picked up by Husseini. Good ball flicked in. Alagbe had to punch away under pressure from his own defence. Fernand knocked over by his goalkeeper. Alagbe doing well there. It's been a tough couple of seasons for the goalkeeper. Signed as Alfred Gomez's replacement at Dijon after he moved to Rennes to replace Edouard Mendy, but ended the season on the bench as Dijon were relegated. And then this scene with Valenciennes, 7 appearances, just 1 win. Now finds themselves back on the bench, but still the Benin #1. So far has only conceded once in their opening 2 matches. It's an unfortunate coming together there. Certainly a sore one for Mwenda. In for the hugely experienced Shomari Kapombe. The Simba right back injured, unable to win his 69th cap. An honour going to Simba captain and left fullback Husseini. Mwenda just coming off worse in that clash with Aligné. Looking to change spots to goals. Kim Poulsen in discussion with his captain. This match on a knife's edge. So much at stake. And with the return match between these two in just 3 days' time in Benin. Not prospering from that situation. Certainly put himself about in the opening 5 minutes since coming off the bench in place of Miroshi. Tonji to Anno. Lovely ball to pick up Asogba. Drops back, and then goes back to the 36-year-old, as mentioned. Club teammates at Angers, although Asogba never making a top flight appearance. 9 in Ligue 2 for Sco, and non 57 appearances in Ligue 1 over 2 campaigns. Now 36-year-old plying his trade in Cyprus. Simba captain Husseini launching it back to Anno. Husseini again on the ball, using Yassin, switches it to Mwenda. Well, the deflection will bring about a corner. Alagbe just to try and keep his side organised. Prosper joining Boko, as well as centre-back Imwanieto. Almost came to the defender. Tanzania try and keep the pressure on. Once again, that switch of play, but it's a beautiful ball. Boko! He got in behind, but Alagbe stood tall. And the final finish, much like Unsua in the first half, lacking any conviction. And somehow Benin's clean sheet remains intact. Another great run from deep. His first touch just left the ball up by thigh area. Alagbe in his eyesight decided to take it early, as did Nsuba there, but blocked by his opposite number, Kiki. Nsuba, again a bundle of energy, and the strike from distance. Alagbe seemed to be a little unsighted, but no one in a near vicinity to take any advantage of the slight fumble from the Valenciennes goalkeeper. Adiote is given away cheaply. Tanzania just seemed to start to get the engine running. Try and move up a gear or two. Benin have looked dangerous without being able to create the chances Tanzania have. Jodel Dosu uses Asogba. Meunier again with a header, but that one easily gathered by Manula, who gets it forward quickly. Lots of space on the right-hand side. Saloum takes his time, but then picks out the run of Mwenda. Masuba pointing the way, but he's made space for Prosper. Takes the shot on, and it's another corner. Real pressure being built by Kim Poulsen's side. The Tefa Stars trying to find that way to goal. The ball lifted in. Samata gets his head to it. He wants a corner. Coming together with Vernon. And it goes the way of the Squirrels. And a goal kick releasing some of the pressure. Ball in the channel. Masua gets there first ahead of Vernon. And then he clips it across. Alagbe with a vital stop, although Prosper shooting directly at the Valenciennes goalkeeper. Once again, Tanzania creating gilt-edged chance, but lacking that clinical edge, despite scoring 3 times against Madagascar last time out here. Kim Poulsen waving his arms. Certainly will be delighted with how they've started this second half. Benin looking to try and hit back. Vernon goes left. Ball lifted in. Meunier just lifts it back across. Manula happy to let it go out despite the presence of Zankpo. Now with Yassin. Picks out the run of Boko. Himself missed a big chance. Tries to fashion a chance, but he's kind of stumbling. Goes down. Drop of the shoulder, driving through. Saloum looking for a second goal of this group. But again, lacking the conviction of his finish. Created the space. Surely looked like being a left-footed opportunity, but went with his favoured right. Alagbe suddenly by far the busier of the two goalkeepers. And thus far keeping the Squirrels at 0-0. Mwenda goes to take another corner. Be positive is certainly something Tanzania are being. Comes into that near post, they'll get another opportunity. Certainly it has been fair as well. Just the one yellow card to Asogba for kicking the ball away in frustration. And the Squirrels avoid frustration here. Kiki with the header away. Not the best of balls, but the pressure yet to be relieved from Benin as the Taifa Stars look for that crucial opener. Once again into that near post. And the succession of corners continues. They're looking for a quick short one. And it's whipped over the top. Alagbe look to have it covered. Well, 4 corners on the trot. And not one to write home about. But certainly Kim Poulsen got his first change. Spot on. Prosper really made a positive impact from the bench. And the Danish coach looking for more of the same. Reliance Lusajo already entering the fray. Mwenda off for Shomari Ali. And John Boko off for Lusajo. Prosper came on as the halftime sub. Further cavalry has been sent on as Samata links. He wants to get his shot away. Well tracked by Ntonje. Vital from the Clermont centre-back. Adiote. Half an hour to go. And Tanzania smell blood as the Squirrels just try and get a hold back on the match. Need to get their front 3 back involved. And here's Jodel Dosu cutting inside, but eventually crowded out. Prosper. Yassin. I wonder if Michel Toussuya will look to his bench soon as well. Frenchman thus far keeping his powder dry. Poulsen on the other side, very much looking for further positive change. Well, late challenge on Samata, it will be a free kick. Now with Husseini. Samata points back and it does go to Saloum. Now to the captain. He tries to just smash it across. But Atonji sticking to his task, and it's very much backs against the wall for Benin. Samata elects to leave it initially, but now pedals back, takes it short to Husseini. Well, way too much time. Benin offering for him to pick out a cross. Has ended up at Prosper. Twisting and turning. Well, slipping and sliding, giving him the opportunity. Takes a shot on. Ntonje with a header away. Benin desperate to clear their lines. Saloum slaloming through. But a fine challenge gets Benin possession. And now they look to break. Well, that will be the second booking of the match. Yassin taking one for the team. They were very much in trouble. And the Simba midfielder on his 25th cap, happy to take the booking. Come through at Tibwa Sugar Academy before joining the Tanzanian champions. Samatta. Far too obvious the pass there, but Husseini does brilliantly. The Simba captain now driving down the line. Keeps his feet ahead of Edote. Now Lusajo, first real touch for the 31-year-old forward. Playing his trade with Namungo. He initially left KMC in Tanzania on a free in August 2020, but returning the start of this calendar year. And the offside flag just breaking the momentum slightly, but Tanzania with their tails up. And the Squirrels looking to try and come out of hibernation. Haven't been able to be an attacking force in this second half. Has been impressive second half rise in performance from the Taifa Stars. Husseini lifts the ball forward towards Prosper, fighting physical battle that he wins. Lusajo, Lusajo giving him an option, got his head down though and just tried to hit for goal. In fairness, if you've seen his goal in the 1-0 draw away in Lubumbashi against DR Congo, you'd understand why he backs himself, but maybe there was a better option. Samatta certainly not happy with that ball forward. Alagbe. The Benin goalkeeper has done brilliant to keep the Squirrels level in this match. Although some of that has been down to the poor finishing of Tanzania. As things stand, they'll feel this is 2 points dropped. As Kim Poulsen directs from the sidelines. Husseini. Chance to twist and turn. Knocked forward by Saloum, but that's given away. Now a chance for Benin to hit back on the counter. Meunier round the corner. Zankpo can't link with the Brest striker. Rare opportunity to try and change the momentum of this match. Hadiote doing his best, a one-man job to try battle through, while young Dixon Nixon Job doing well eventually to clear the danger, just 20 years old. Young Africans defender in with Nyoni in particular, unable to join the squad for personal reasons. Lifts it towards Prosper. It's well won by Asogba. And suddenly Benin finding a bit of ball in the Taifa Stars half. Ball whipped in, but it's an easy take for Manula, who looks long and early. Sergio pushes the back line deep, and that means the second ball won by Matsuba is given. And a header there from Prosper after Samatta inch perfectly picked him out. It was always going to be a tough finish with the head. Alagbe again standing firm. Alini goes back to Ntonje. Well, Benin certainly setting up in consideration that Tanzania strong on their home turf. It's proving that way. Meunier. Dosu switching to the left flank. Kike back to Vernon. Adnon. That's a ball that runs away from Asogba. And momentum lost. Ange just following Prosper closely. So he has made an impact since coming on at the half-time break. Malagbe. Ball breaks kindly for Vernon. Oh, Kim Bourson absolutely fuming. I don't think it was Husseini miscontrolling. He did well to intercept. Something else driving the Danish coach absolutely mad. He's a former amateur player. The Dane first left his native country in 2003 for a post as the under-19 Singapore coach. Despite returning, he landed his dream job as head of national football development with Tanzania before taking the top job. They've never qualified for a World Cup. Did at least make a first ever appearance at the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt, but 3 straight defeats, leaving poor taste in the mouth. They won't be going to Cameroon 2021. So this, a huge opportunity. None of the big heavyweights of the African continent in Group J. Why this is considered the most wide open group, although still third round playoff would yet be with one of the top dogs. But in a two-legged affair with the World Cup dangled as the prize, anything could happen. Brutal is the qualifying second round. Only one will go through, the top team in each of the 10 groups, to make up the 5 playoff games. And Benin focus on trying to be that one with an absolute stoter. A screaming goal from Steve Meunier. Well, he was frustrated in the first half, but he has silenced the Taifa Stars with a memorable goal. Manula absolutely no chance. It's been all Tanzania in the second half, but a sucker punch sees Benin lead. Well, they will hope they have time on their side. The Brest forward with just 1 goal in Ligue 1 this campaign put all the frustration behind to score an absolute cracker. Well, he scored the winner against Madagascar. And for the second time in this group, he's given Benin a 1-0 lead. Well, how will Tanzania respond from that sucker punch? Steve Meunier had a header saved in the first half, but since then it's been a match of frustration for the 27-year-old. Miscontrolled, not making the most of opportunities, and then it's been a real hard second half, and yet when the chance fell to him to open up and have a go, he showed all his quality. And now the chance to make changes, although the referee now charging across the pitch. Well, it seems to be chasing Desert Azagbo off the pitch. Clearly wanted to avoid any time wasters. Mikel Pote takes his place. Just waiting for confirmation of the other change. Something seen the referee charging after a player. Although thankfully slightly more comical than the recent footage beamed around the world of the assault on a referee by a Brazilian footballer. Thankfully, this match has been played in a great spirit as Youssef Sogba off for Doremus. 20-year-old having played well at right wing back, but the only player on a booking. What an introduction from Pote. Lovely play to link with Dosu. Now it's Meunier. Well, he's not far from where he struck the killer blow, potentially for the Taifa Stars. This could be a huge result for Benin. Quarter-finalists at AFCON 2019. They won't be heading to Cameroon at the start of 2022, but my oh my, have they taken what could be a huge step along the road towards Qatar 2022 and what would be a first ever World Cup appearance. As mentioned, only DR Congo have actually made it to the biggest showpiece in world football. That was 47 years ago. But Tanzania won't have given up on this yet. The ball hasn't even gone out of play yet. But the ball whipped over the head of Prosper. But now the long-range effort. Once again, standing firm, Adnon at the back for Benin. Well, it's been all Tanzania. But with the flash of Steve Meunier's boot, it has changed the atmosphere here dramatically. Here's Steve Meunier going to earn his country another 3 points in Group J. Tanzania wants something to say about that. Samata at the back post, but Alagbe comfortably taking. It may not have been the best finishing from Tanzania throughout this match. Alagbe, his positioning has been key to keeping Tanzania out and allow Meunier's strike to be the opening goal. Now Doremus looks to lift it in. Meunier pulling to the back post. Dixon Job clearing in front of the match goal scorer Yasin. It's Tanzania try not to start to panic. And they need a hero. Bounces off Prosper. Aligne to Dosso. Lovely ball to find Pote. Well, it's a beautiful little dummy for Dosso. Certainly not one shy to take on an effort. Unable to hit the target though. Ball down the line for Masua. Masua looks around. Not sure if he wanted a free kick, but he certainly got a corner. Can they hit back? All through this second half, they certainly focusing on a chance to get the win now, just desperate to try and get back on level terms. Poor ball, easily cleared by Pote. Pote, 37 years of age. Yeah, the Many Men Sport attacker, born in Lyon, France. On for this final quarter of the match. Let's try and see what would be a huge victory. But Samatta looking to change that. The ball in though. Cleared by Adnan. Now the two number 10s coming together. The referee not interested in Pote's claims for a foul. This is a good ball into Saloum. Clips it across. And Adnan just clearing it behind, taking absolutely no risks. As Tanzania trying to work their way through the yellow brick wall. Suba looked to come short, but it's whipped in. Cleared away. Only as far as Useni. Saloum. Now Masuba. Can't get any change off Doresmus. Now Adiote. Tonje using Alagbe. Real confidence booster. And found himself on the bench in Ligue 2, the second tier of French football with Valenciennes. And Benin suddenly just able to knock it around as Tanzania feel the desperation to try and find a route back. Dosu lifted in by Doremus. It's headed by Poke. Pharmacy out as a little afters there. Poke staying down, the 37-year-old. Not happy with the attentions of Ali Shomari. Clearly wants him to get up and on with it, but certainly seems to be in distress. They doesn't even want the medical team from Benin in attendance. Well, a chance for the Taifa Stars to take a big breath. Certainly be injury time added on at the end. Nervous faces in the stands. Samatta and Poulsen once again in discussion as they look for a way back. They certainly wanted to use home advantage to try and get what would be a huge 3 points, but now they'd certainly take a point happily and remain level with Benin in Group J. Another change in prospect for Benin. Rodrigue Kossi on the sidelines with his coach Tesoyo, but now can't quite get his feet out. Alagbe was coming, but Anon taking no chances. Almost falling kindly for Lusajo. Benin defending stoutly, but also again that little bit of luck that any side would need. Tanzania unbeaten in the last 4 matches. That run looks like coming to an end. The previous meeting between these sides did finish in a 1-1 draw in Benin. The previous meeting between the two here finished in a 4-1 thrashing from Tanzania to Benin, but that was 7 years ago. A lot has changed, certainly for the Squirrels. And they are heading towards what would be a huge statement win in Group J. Wakossi on. As Benin try and not only see this out, but maybe go for more. Meunier, the goal scorer, in the same position. This time links with Poke. Not sure he was trying to flick it to. Maybe the substitute. But couldn't find him. Tanzania breaks down again, and Benin happy to eat up precious seconds. As mentioned, their only ever visit to Dar es Salaam ended in a 4-1 thrashing. This time a 1-0 win could send them clear at the top of Group J with 3 to play, with only the top team going through to round 3 playoffs. Usajo protects and uses Yassin. Now Samata. Masuba lifts it in. Just knocked away by Doremus. Tanzania keep the move alive. Husseini round the corner towards Prosper. But Doremus again clearing. This time as far as Mwanyeto. And Suba tries to make the move in behind. Another substitute, Kossi. Now Poke. 37 years of age, but still showing so much skill and awareness. Lovely link-up play, but it's a loose ball there. Prosper will win the free kick. Alas, throw the dice from Poulsen. Abdul Salaman, the number 9, alongside Meshek Abraham and Mwaiti. Masuba off, it was his golden chance. He failed to take. And Saloum off for Suleiman. Well, Ita, a forward, but it's the defence that's going to have to stand up here. Dosu gets his strike away, but easily gathered by Manula, who just wants to get on with it. Hasn't quite had his shooting boots, the Clermont forward. Abdul Suleiman, just 20 years of age. Another thrown in to try and find a leveler, and here is Umamita. Ball launched in, Samata! Well, it was a matter of finding the back of the net, but the captain, with the first big chance he's had in the match, couldn't hit the target with the goal at his mercy. Well, no wonder the blow out of the cheeks. He knows how big an opportunity that was. Could that be game over for Tanzania? They'll hope not. Have to wait to see how much time is added on. Poke for sure was down for a couple of minutes. Flick on from Lusajo. Vamita. Now with Suleiman. Comes in on his right foot. Oh, he struck the crossbar. The 20-year-old sent on for a final prayer. And they were almost answered. Well, Agba certainly put a hand up. Certainly a goal kick, but the keeper may have got a touch to it. But what's not in doubt, clattering the crossbar. Jodel Dosu heads off Anan Tijani. Coming on for the final minute of the 90. Well, Tanzania will look back on their chances missed. Masuba with the gilt-edged one, having rounded Alagbe, only for Adnon to clear off the line. But just in the last couple of minutes, Samata and then the youngster Suleiman with chances to level. Tanzania haven't given up the ghost just yet. Munye's header loose. Up step from the back, Umwanyeto. Chance to strike, and Alagbe not only gets the save, but also falls kindly to Vernon, but his clearance isn't too clever. Samata, well, he worked the position, not the best of balls, but it's headed back across. But it's sliced horribly by Yassin, and instead it's turned into a great pass. Samata keeps it alive, bobbling about, and it will do anywhere for Benin, but the pressure continues. Lovely play, but it's a vital touch from Vernon and an excellent ball out. And that is the best possible situation for Benin. Adioti makes apologies for the previous actions, but that throw just taking the pressure off. It's been wave after wave of Taifa Star attacks in the previous few minutes, but Benin have survived, and we're into stoppage time. So wait to see how much will be added on officially. Suleiman maybe a little too eager to try and find Prosper. Dormus waiting and thankful for Alagbe's bravery. Wanting them to push on, try and relieve some pressure, and Meunier doing that brilliantly with that header. Poke trying to chase the lost cause. Is there one last chance for Tanzania? And Wanyeto. Suleiman knocking it back, trying to show a little bit of care. Husseini, the Simba captain. That's a beautiful ball. And it forced a fine header from Adnon, who stays down. And a corner kick. Still unsure exactly how much time is to be added on, but there can't be much more. I guess it would be around 4 minutes maybe. Husseini into that near post area. Kept alive, Suleiman. He had the chance to go to Yassin, instead goes backwards to go forward. Suleiman can't get the right cross, but it's broken kindly. Oh, almost an overhead kick attempt from Lusaggio, but seemed to just take the ball off Umvanita. Well, it's well worked to keep the ball alive. Prosper, well, he knocks it down, but no one making the move forward. Samata having stood back, now hands in head. And that could be that. Alagbe will look to put this as far as he can. The Squirrels desperate to hear the whistle. Poke hoping for the whistle that wasn't coming. Husseini. Suleiman, who struck the crossbar just after his captain Samatta had headed just wide. But that's exactly what Benin need and want. Lagbe looking a little unsure, but certainly sure of the time wasted. And there can't be much time left. All eyes on the referee. Poke wins the header. Dixon job doing brilliantly to keep the ball alive. Yassin, they need to get this forward. Prosper, a willing runner, but once again Alagbe, the man in possession. And he kept Benin in the match. But Steve Meunier's stunner has given them a historic victory in Dar es Salaam. Their previous visit 7 years ago finished in a 4-1 defeat. But on this occasion, Steve Meunier has put the Squirrels firmly in control of Group J. His wonder strike downing the Taifa Stars. Samatta had a brilliant chance to try and level, but it wasn't to be. And it's the Squirrels who are all smiles. A huge result from Michel Dessuyer's side. And they are in pole position for the playoffs in round 3. Still a lot of football to be played. But after match day 3, it's Benin in control. The return leg of this fixture in 3 days' time will have huge significance. But for Tanzania and Samatta, it's of what could have been. They had the better chances in the first half. It was all the Taifa Stars in the second half until the flash of Steve Meunier's boot gave the Squirrels a superb win. Kim Poulsen's Taifa Stars have to go back to the drawing board. But it's Dessuyer's Squirrels who salutes the small band of supporters as Steve Meunier, the number 9, has led them not only to victory but to top spot in Group J. Well, as they might celebrate, as the drums and the trumpets play, it's the Squirrels who are dancing their way out on top of the group as they look to make it a successful road to Qatar 2022. It's certainly going to be a group that may yet have plenty more twists and turns. By far the most open group of the CAF World Cup qualifiers. But Tanzania, who thought they were en route to victory as the pressure kept on coming, instead soaking up a devastating defeat. And Benin, who got back to the AFCON after 4 missed editions, reached the quarterfinals, are now in pole position to attempt to reach their first ever World Cup.